We are now 5 wide. Presented by Quick Trip's quality gasoline guarantee. It's just another way Quick Trip has you covered.
9 to noon, ready to go. Billy, Kuhn, Armin in the house. We are technically 4 wide, but no one's going to count that. Just means more shots, more minutes.
We're
shots.
never 5 wide.
No, we're 6 wide often.
Should we make
we average out
to
to 5 wide when it's all said and done. Just means more shots, more minutes for all of us. So let's eat.
Oh, I don't mind.
I'm just surprised Armin didn't take the opportunity to drop in a Hoosiers reference. Sir, you need 5.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
My team is on the court.
Coach, need one more. My team's on the floor. What are you trying to do? Of course, you can't actually do that. You can't legally play with 4 players, I don't think. Unless you're out of guys.
Which is dumb because, I mean, I think legally you can play with 8 in baseball. You can play with 10. Probably not advised in the NFL.
And you can play with 10 in the NFL, right, Kuhn? That's not a penalty. It's dumb.
It is dumb.
But
not a penalty.
It's not a penalty, yeah. I had to think hard about that. I wanted to be sure I got this one right.
Packers tried it.
"Quote unquote" ex-football guy. The Packers have tried it.
Yeah,
a lot of times. It's happened a lot, actually.
They're like, you know what? Chess, not checkers. We're going to go out there with 10 on the final play against the Niners in the playoff game. See if that trips them on out.
Yeah.
Wait, can you play with 8 in baseball?
I threw that completely out of my rear end, but I believe so. I mean, what are they going to do? Dock you an out?
Are you sure you can't play with 4 in basketball?
Well, I think you can.
I think you can.
If you're out of players, they'll let you do it. But if you have players on the bench, you have to, I think, put one in.
But if you're the coach and you're pissed at all of them before, can't you just throw 4 out there?
Get 4 in there.
Can you say, I cut these guys on the bench? They're not on my team anymore. Coach, we need more players. You have players suited up.
What about that guy? He's got a uniform on. The one eating sunblock? Yeah, he's got a uniform on.
When I was a manager of my basketball team in high school, these are the scenarios I dreamt about to try and get. Maybe at halftime, if everyone can't play, coach will need me to suit up.
Here's your,
you know what I mean?
Never got that tire.
Here's your 10. Here's your 10 men in football story of the day. After Sean Taylor's death with the Redskins, Greg Williams, D coordinator, sent 10 guys out for the first defensive play as a tribute for Sean Taylor against the Bills. And they got 35 yards on just a little bubble screen. And apparently Gibbs didn't know that was going to happen, the head coach.
Didn't know that was the plan?
Yeah. He was like, dadgummit, what the hell's going on? Oh, my, what? We got how many guys we got there?
They got 10 on the field. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, great tribute. That was not good. Bad communication between coach and assistant coach.
And don't teams usually, arrange those types of tributes ahead of time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when Michigan lined up in the super long worm formation to honor Harbaugh to start the year, I believe.
Right.
Breaking news this morning, Harbaugh is working.
Just do that.
Yeah, Harbaugh is working on a 5-year extension. So the whole Connor Stallion storm apparently has just blown over. Sun is out. The ground is dry.
Get him, Billy. Get him, Billy.
So much. I mean, yeah, Michigan can sign him to the extension. That doesn't mean he's not being suspended by the NCAA.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because the NCAA still hasn't levied their punishment for Burgergate 2021, nor the Connor Stallion sign stealing deal, which I think he goes to the league because he doesn't want to sit out a year. But Michigan wants to keep him by hook or crook.
Well, Michigan, it's a whole principle play now for them. They're trying to convince everyone and anyone they know that they're still honorable, that they're not cheaters, that they're doing the right thing, that everyone else is wrong, that he's being wrongfully accused, wrongfully vilified, and they're going to double down on that.
Or Harbaugh's gotten over Ohio State a few times.
They're happy about that. That's all they care about.
That's all it is.
Oh, I know. My point is that's what they care about. So because of that, because he's done what it's important to them, which is actually winning and beating Ohio State, they're going to try and defend whatever ever happens with him and try and make everyone else, gaslight everyone else, make everyone else think.
Did you see the fine print on this, Steve?
No.
He's got to sign. He's before they actually officially slide it over. It's all written and ready to roll. But before it slides over to him to sign, he first has to sign something saying he won't leave at the end of this year.
Oh, funny. You should have to write that in there.
But this year, but it doesn't say he can't leave for the NFL at some point. And last year, I believe it was when Ward Manuel put another extension in front of him. He vowed, my flirtations with the NFL are over. I'm not doing it again. I am staying here at Michigan. That was my last trip.
You don't believe that?
That was my last time when I thought I was going to get the Vikings job and then I didn't. That was the last time.
That was it.
But then the second time that I interviewed with the Broncos, that was going to be the last time. Dude wants to coach in the NFL again.
So what you're saying is his chant of who's got it better than us.
Who's got it better than us?
He could have it a little better than better if he goes to the NFL. Just like John Rahm now has it a little better than better, or maybe he thinks. And just like Shohei Ohtani today could come down, he'll have it better than better. Between Rahm's nearly 500 million, Ohtani's 600 million,
probably right,
somewhere near.
Think about that. We're living in a day and age, Kuhn, in which two athletes can net $1 billion combined in 24 hours.
Baseball and golf, two things I've never been good at. It's a damn shame.
You're going to be watching John Rahm on McAfee today, ESPN, 11:30.
I am not going to watch live. I'm sure I'll catch the clips on the other side.
Interesting. He'll be the first one really to talk about it, right?
He had a presser yesterday. Yeah, he took questions.
On Fox.
He said, best for my family, and I hope I can still play the tour events, and I don't want to give up my tour membership. He said all the right things, but
sure.
He has it on tape less than a year ago, saying 3 days scrambles, no cut. That's not golf to me.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't need all this money. I'm set for life. So obviously a lot has changed. And really, someone said, well, what changed? I go, just the number of zeros. That's all. Everyone's got a price. The $1 million man, Ted DiBiase. Everyone's got a price.
He should have just said, everyone has a price, and even I will sacrifice my principles for that price. He should have just said that, because that's what everyone thinks.
I'm not quite sure he's sacrificing his principles. He's got a little egg on his face for what he said last year, but if he gets to play in all the majors,
he does.
If he gets to play the Ryder Cup.
Okay.
Well, that's the thing.
No. Okay. I know, but in
Rory,
what is it? A couple years, and they start deciding on this again. Yeah. If there's a merger that comes down between LIV and PGA, which looks to be destined now, because now LIV is starting to put their hands around the throat of the PGA Tour right now, and the more pressure they apply, here comes the merge, and then everybody gets to play golf again. And then you start looking at the guys that followed Rory and go, Rory, what the hell, man? Like, we trusted you, and they get to have their cake and eat it too.
Tiger and Rory, the only two that can't go, because at this point, they're the only two that can't go. Like, I remember Rahm also. I think when Monahan made the announcement came out, wasn't he the one that had the felt betrayed? Comment. It feels to me like a guy that looks in his Amazon cart a week after Black Friday and says, Wait, that deal's still up?
That's still right.
That's still in.
That's still
all
in
right,
there.
Let's see if I just click
send. Yes.
Hold on, wait. I can still get this $300 million after the merger all happened? Okay, yeah, sure. Let's do it.
It's tough for me, Kuhn, because Rory has always been my guy. I have been a Rory stan.
I like him too.
To the moon.
And I like Zabe, though.
And the fair-haired
his boy.
Irish lad who I defended all this time has really shown his ass now. Because literally, as soon as this news comes down, he says, Rahm's going to be at Bethpage in 2025, meaning on the Ryder Cup. Problem is, the European side of the Ryder Cup says if you're on LIV, you cannot be on the team. Unlike America that said, Koepka, we'll take him. We'll take one guy. So the Americans already say we'll make exceptions if needed. The Euros have a hard and fast rule. And Rory said, prior to the Ryder Cup this year, Kuhn, he goes, well, that's their bed. They got to lie in it. And now as soon as it's going to affect him, he's like, oh, no, he'll be there. He'll be there. We got to change that. Rory is showing his ass. I'm so disappointed. I'm crushed. There's only a few athletes in the world you can go, I love this guy to the moon with no reservation. And now that one's dead to me.
Yeah, and it's a tough spot for Rory because now his friends who they were all in unison together, and now his friends are doing it too. And he's got to make a choice. And unfortunately, the choice puts him in the tough spot of having egg on his face as well. So these guys, we'll all forget about this in 3-4 years when golf is back to normal and the money's in there and nobody really gives a rip.
Yeah, it'll repair itself because the idea.
I don't see it happening. I don't think people are going to like golf more because of what's happening.
No, they won't like. They won't watch.
The game itself has grown and the game itself is doing well, but people are going to always look back and wish it was the way it used to be. That's just my opinion.
Well, you want the best to play the best.
Just like we all still wish the basketball looked like the 90s, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I wish Tiger was still good. I mean, that Tiger made golf. Let's not be crazy here. Tiger is what made golf what it is today. If
you
not for
shut
Tiger,
your Nicholas blaspheming mouth, you stupid fullback.
Oh, really?
Okay. Oh,
really? Please expand.
No,
please
you're
expand.
right. Tiger made modern golf. You're right.
he's the only guy that I actually tune in to watch.
No,
Because I was listening to Dan Patrick talk about this yesterday. Of if they played 4 rounds in the Live, would you guys as golf guys be like accepted a lot more?
I would be fine with the Live if they played 4 rounds, no scramble, make them wear pants, no music, and they had more than 50 guys.
So it was the PGA Tour.
If it was just another PGA Tour,
yes.
Well, hold on.
I don't care about the Saudi money, Billy. I don't care about the logo or Norman. I want my golf, my professional golf. Don't you, Kuhn, to be professional? You eat what you kill, that you are fighting for every dollar, not just handed money. Ha, slap and giggle.
Yeah, I like traditional golf, just like I like traditional football. But I always said, well, if Liv's going to be the way it is, let me see if I like it or not. The problem for me with Liv is I'd watch it a hell of a lot more if it wasn't on the CW.
Why?
I mean, that's the honest to God truth. I just would watch it more. If it wasn't on the CW, if it was on one of the NBC, CBS, if it was on one of those two and it had better cameras,
I hear you on that. But here's something interesting, Armin.
I mean, the grass even looks bad on
probably
cover.
Well,
it looks like neon green. Doesn't look hunter green.
They played some bad golf courses this year.
Yeah,
here's the thing.
It is bad grass, probably. Yes,
Armin, because you're a media guy. Here's the thing about the CW deal. It's for pennies on the dollar. It's for trade. Who knows what it is? It's nothing, right? The one thing about the CW, though, is it lives on the low-numbered over-the-air channels.
Sure,
the 3, 4, 5s, and 6s.
Public access.
So I have swerved into Live Golf, Kuhn, accidentally, just flipping the TV on more than I ever did before. So in that regard, it's not a bad spot for them, given that they're making no money off the deal. Just saying.
Yeah, they had to get over the air, right? And I mean, you had to get on something that you could that many people would be able to stumble upon. I don't know the cameras and all that kind of stuff, but you mentioned the course. At least, like for a casual like myself, I watch the Masters to watch Augusta, right? You look at it when it's cold and dingy here. Where is it nice and beautiful? And these guys are having fun playing golf, and I can think about the people that are having cold ones on the side.
Yeah, the tradition.
That part of it is different because I don't know how many times I'm tuning in other than for Tiger Woods to say, I want to watch this guy play this week. Instead, I just want to see some beautiful shots of the ocean and some scenery. And then, these guys are playing golf too. I'll check this out and see who's winning. I feel like that's where the Live, if they can get into some of those more legitimate mainstay courses, that's going to be a big one for them.
It's a disruption that's going to heal itself over time, but it's going to be a big diversion. You're not going to see all the best players every weekend. It's CART and IRL. It's the USFL stealing players. It's any number of other disrupting leagues that have said, we want to get in here and be a part of it. So it's bad for the viewer, bad for the fan.
Yeah. Who cares about the fan? What about, is there a chance he was always doing this, John Rahm, to drive his own price up? Is there a chance?
There's a chance. There's a chance that he was playing the long game.
There's no way he's worth this much money. To anybody. Is he?
No.
What makes him worth this much money?
Hey, somebody offers you. That's what you're worth, baby.
I understand that, but like obviously they're all overpaid because these guys have more money than they need.
He's pulling a Greg and Franklin right now, or
overpaid.
No. They're all overpaid. They're all overpaid.
He's
getting
is Shohei Ohtani worth 600?
Yes, that's the difference. We can measure his value to a team.
Even with a WAR of 8, right? Is that his WAR 8?
It was like 9. It was like 9 or 10 last year, I think.
Right.
Yeah, it was up there. We can measure his value to a team that's trying to win.
No, Rahm got his market value in a completely distorted market, which is now a bunch of Saudi oil money that wants to get out and make investments in the world.
The problem with
I just don't think that they're going to, in the end, 10 years from now, they're going to go, there's not that much money in golf. It's a niche sport.
That's
what do we buy?
That's why the individual sports, the value, the market was determined by money winners by their actually how good they were. That's what we liked about it. Like tennis has a money list. Golf has a money list. It determines to all of us who's better in the sport.
And markets,
the best players get paid more because they win more, right?
And markets are often wrong. They're often irrational, and they're often bubbles, housing markets. So this could be an irrational market that's bubbling up. But good for Rahm. He's got way more money than he needs. I don't want $400 million. I don't know about you guys.
I'd love to have that problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me that problem.
You guys say that.
Sunday.
And I asked Doug today, because he's like,
lottery.
He goes, Doug said, I'll take $400 million. And I go, all right, what are you going to buy? And he says, I'm going to buy a house in Fiji. house in Switzerland. Gonna buy a house in Hawaii.
To do what? What are you
and
gonna
I said,
have all these houses?
That's what I said.
Yeah,
I go just visit Fiji and stay in these incredible resorts.
Armin, are you agreeing with Steve
insurance? So he goes, well, I have $400 million, so I'll buy one. Okay, I'm like, fine. So I go through all the things he wants, private jet, whatever, and I go, all right, well, Mr. Russell, you have $319,467,000 left. What do you want to do with all that?
Yeah, obviously.
What would you do with all that?
Well, I'll tell you this one.
You set up your generational wealth.
Set up the generational wealth and start having a whole bunch of kids. I mean, like you start just
you'd have a lot of kids. You'd be
I'd have a basketball team if I was able to. If I had that kind of cash, it'd be awesome.
Let's go.
I'd probably start shooting for a football player again. Yeah, if I got that money, I'd probably start shooting for a football player.
I'd pour all my money in NIL. That's all
I'm
doing.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy for the girls' soccer, but I'd start trying for that football player once again.
Yeah, give yourself one more shot at it. I like it, one or two.
No, I think
would you have to get on side?
It'd be good to have that much money to do good with it, to be a philanthropist. Is that the right term?
Yeah, that's the right term. Yeah. You got it. Good job. I'm glad I could correct you.
There is a point of money where you can only have so much. Like Bezos can't spend all his money that he has. There's certain levels of rich.
Think about all the good you could do with that cash.
That's the thing. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, why do you have to waste it, Steve? Why do you have to spend it? I mean, I always said, because I play Mega Millions and Powerball, I always said, if I won, I'm not telling a single person. I'm doing exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just feeling way different about it.
Depends on the state. Some states make you hold the check.
It does Wisconsin.
I don't know.
They do.
I don't think so.
Let's find out.
So I'm not telling a soul.
Good luck keeping that secret.
I just feel like
what? You think I can't keep that secret?
It'll be impossible. There'll
How
be
is
tells.
That? Why do you doubt so much in this world?
Okay, how are you going to keep
You're a perpetual doubter.
I think he's being realistic, John.
I'm being realistic.
We're going to ask, how did
you have now agreed with Steve 3 times on a 5-wide that has 4 people. Nothing makes sense.
It makes no sense.
Well, when you can't keep it a secret from your, like, hey, I'm not telling a soul.
He could keep it very cleanly a secret as long as he doesn't decorate behind him. You'd be like, guy, I don't even know what he's got going on.
Yeah, all of a sudden I have gold plates like in
your third
this room.
You have your old Gulfstreams G7. How'd you get that jet, John?
Your third house in Fiji will be a definite tell to your friends and family.
You could try that 3-year golf trip if we had $400 million.
Here's why it's not that great. Because if you keep it secret, you can't share it with anybody that's important to you. And then you feel like an empty purse. What, are you going to live alone the rest of your life? Be alone all day with your riches and then say, great. I have no
so
friends. So
nothing would change for you, Kuhn. So the point of winning the money was pointless. You're not enjoying it. You can't flaunt it.
What do you mean? I don't want to flaunt it, but I will enjoy the hell out of it. Yeah.
Well, then you better do it very carefully.
Do you imagine how much
you cannot be like the Russian in the DirecTV commercials? Opulence, I has it, with tiny miniature giraffes that you kiss and gold-plated remote controls.
See, I'm kind of in a different state right now because I can fly first class without anybody thinking that I won Powerball.
I know it's different. It's different. But if you had your own jet, like a Taylor Swift level travel, then people are gonna like,
oh, dude, I'd be flying private.
What's that?
I like sitting first class.
Okay,
well, that's fine.
Can you afford the delivery fees on Grubhub? That's a real sign of richness right there.
Oh, be Dash Pass all day.
I got a buddy who
American Express actually waives those.
I got a buddy who DoorDash a coffee or something like that. I'm like, you are just ridiculous.
You lazy ass bum.
Why you gotta talk about me like that?
Oh, it wasn't you. No, you grind every morning. You grind every morning. You're either picking it up or we're making it here. I know that.
All right. I'm not telling you guys what to talk about on your show, but if you don't address this story from CNBC of the analyst who said that young people not getting married and not having kids could be because of gambling, Billy. If you guys don't take that to the woodshed and just kill it, I'll be sorely disappointed. It's a tailor-made story for you. You're in the age demographic and you love to bet.
And we just bet with a kid
that have a kid, though.
Yeah,
so
and we just
got one.
And we just bet with a kid from Make-A-Wish yesterday. So
we
are probably the right show to be talking about.
He wanted to play You Better You Bet. It was
if you actually look back, what generation is he talking about? Gen what?
Probably Z. Probably younger than us.
Okay,
probably younger than you, Billy, right?
They also said the same thing about the millennials, but they just said it was because they were moving to big cities instead of to the suburbs.
And having dogs.
But
instead of
whatever
kids.
the reasons, Kuhn, the birth rate doesn't lie. And the marriage rate doesn't lie. And it's all on the decline.
Because it's so expensive. That's why I need $400 million to try to get this baseball team.
Yeah, but you know what? Correlation is not equal causation. just because marriage and kids are on the decline or whatever, and some people bet minus 590 now.
Oh, I agree. I think it was a huge reach. Yeah. The memes, Armin, the memes on this are gold. There's the guy sweating out the 2 buttons. Button 1 says have sex. Button 2 is Iowa under. And he's like sweating bullets. Which button do I push?
And that's why people like Armin's favorite from Neeson. Birds exist.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But any real man can press both.
This is amazing.
Any real man can do both in less than 5 minutes too. That's the key.
Oh yeah, 100%. Less than 2.
I don't know. When I get to that Potawatomi kiosk, there is a bigger menu than Denny's. I'm like,
it's not the left button, it's the right button that has Armin tripped up.
There's so much going on. I'm like, I can bet anything.
Bigger menu than Denny's. You got to give that one to Justin when he comes
Brooke
on
Lopez
next.
rebounds game log.
God.
All right, we go out to the Beatles, everybody. Your favorite song to conclude 5 Wide and conclude our week. We almost got out with a different song, but we ran out of time.
You ran it 3 times, and then you couldn't play it?
I totally forgot that I'm the doc from Josh. I was directed.
Streak is intact.
Not even here, still punishing us.
All right, tag you guys are at 9 to noon is next. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you Monday.